I purchased the Funnel Next $5,000 challenge account 2 weeks ago, and in that 2 weeks I've been able to place 10 good trades. And now in today's video I'm going to be reviewing those 10 trades to see if I'm actually profitable after 10 trades. 2 weeks ago I placed 5 trades on the account and I did a review video and I uploaded it here on YouTube, and this is episode 2, and I'm going to do the exact same thing for the next 5 trades I just took this week that just ended right now. So yeah, let's head right straight into the computer screen and yeah, let's do our review. To verify if these trades I actually took them and if they're actually accurate trades, you can use the link in the description. Join my Telegram channel. All of the trades before and after are all documented there on this journey to trying to get life funded. So yeah guys, let's go.
So guys, here are the last 5 trades I took. This is it right here from 18th of August. This is it right here. You can see 18th of August right down to today, which is Friday that I'm currently recording this video. On 22nd of August, I'll be uploading tomorrow, which is 23rd of August. So here you can see these 5 trades I took, 3 losses and 2 wins. And yeah, what did I say the previous week? I said that this was, if you can remember clearly and you watched the previous video, I said that this was the last exhaustion for GBPUSD, that GBPUSD is about to start selling. And look at exactly what happened. Like I clearly stated it, and look at what exactly happened. Let me see how far down it went, all the way from here, 18th of August, right? Let's see how far down it went. Price went 1,756 points down before obviously news, today being Friday, news has taken it up back up, but price fell all the way down 1,756 pips. So yeah, I'm just felt like stating that out because yeah, so you know that trading is a very nice and good a very technical skill. So let's look at the trades we took for the week, starting from the first one we took on the 18th. So remember guys, I already said it, so I was already expecting price to sell obviously, because I already knew that okay, market is not going to keep pushing up, because I already knew that this was the last exhaustion. After seeing all these weeks on that Friday, I already knew that the next week that we're entering, market is likely going to start pushing down. So I already had that in mind. So first things first, I started to see this M pattern on Sunday and waiting for Monday, obviously London session. I saw this nice M pattern that it has created. It broke out of this trend line. You can see it gave us this big bullish red candlestick, and I called this trade exactly on my Telegram community. Like every single trade I take, I want to maintain a level of transparency. Everybody sees what I'm doing, how I trade, because it's not when I become a big trader that I'll try to like be transparent. I have to keep the transparency now, so it's something I build as I grow. So I call this trade 1:2, and I always target 1:2. Is it that it's TP or stop loss? I'm not trying to like either it's TP or stop loss, because we are trying not to like complicate things. The more complicated you make things, the harder it gets for you when it comes to trading. So yeah, that was the first trade I called out. It went well. Second trade I called out. Here's the second trade I called out. And remember guys, I have a rule. Once the market is in a particular trend, I just follow that trend. I don't try to like trade against the trend. I don't even waste my time doing that. So yeah, this is the second trade I called out on my Telegram community. This is why I called this trade out. You can see price touched on this trend line 1, 2, 3 and pushed up. Now you can see this one clearly. It rejected on this one and gave us this big bullish bearish candlestick below the trend line. So I felt like price should keep falling down, but obviously it didn't. Market had other plans and it helped and it pushed back up. Now I could have entered at this point. This was still around 12 o'clock. This was like the beginning of New York session. Now I could have entered probably at this point where it made this kind of like M pattern, right? But I have this trade through where I just trade once a day, and it is only the London session. If you see all of the signals I call on my Telegram community, is always between 7 a.m. to most to 11. Once it's above 12 p.m. I don't place any trades, and 80% or 95% of the trades I call is between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at most. 95% of the trades I call. So even if I'm able to go back and show you guys, you can attest to it. So look at this trade, 7:15, right? I call this trade exactly 7:15. Let's go to the next Tuesday trade. Let me show you guys the timing so you guys can see. Look at this other trade, 6:45. Okay, 7 o'clock, exactly 7 o'clock. Now let's go to Wednesday's trade. Let's go to Wednesday's trade. Now this is Wednesday's trade. I call this trade again. It's 8:30 a.m. Now Wednesday's trade is quite a simple one. So price came back to this same trend line. Obviously the market trend is selling. Now obviously the market trend is selling, right? Look at this zone. This is where I entered this trade. Look at the zone that's holding the market from falling or from continuing to push up. After I saw these 2 weeks, now this is the exact candlestick I entered on this trade, this one. After I saw this 2 week rejection and I saw this red bearish candlestick, this was exactly where I entered, at this point, at this candlestick right here, not here, and price placed back up before falling 1 week to 2 smashed. So we started off this week really nice, but towards the ending of the week, that's when it all started to like feel like okay. So and if you stick, and at the end of this video I think I'll explain to you why I think I had a couple of more losses towards the end of the week. And I think I just figured it out like while I'm creating this video right now, and I'll explain to you guys exactly why. Let me adjust my camera. All right, so here is the trade we took on Thursday. Here it is. We took call out this trade again exactly 7:30. This is another trade between that time range. Between I basically, the way my trading works is between 6:30 to 12 o'clock I can take any trade. For most times, like 80, 90, 95% of the time, the trades are always between 7 o'clock to 9:30. So here's another trade. Why did I enter this trade? Let me see. Okay, obviously there's a trend right here, right? And same thing, market is selling, right? I saw after this big bearish engulfing, look at how big it was. I didn't think that you could see that okay, it broke below this zone right here, and yeah, I felt like market should start sinking down, but obviously it did not. It still went back to the same zone. I couldn't still enter it, almost like what happened the previous week almost like what happened previously on Tuesday. Market came back here. I couldn't still enter this trade. Why? Because I have this rule to trade once again. Now, truth about discipline is you're not disciplined because it is going to hurt you. You're disciplined because why? You have to be disciplined. So most times some people make mistake. Why they still become undisciplined is because after they disobey their rule, they make profit, and they feel like being undisciplined will gain them something, which it actually can. So discipline is not actually whether you get result or not. It is being disciplined. Discipline is being disciplined. No result, no strings attached. So I couldn't enter this trade because it was already New York session, and I only trade once a day. So 2 things that would have been 2 rules broken, which I do not break my rules. I try not to break my rules. And finally, for the last trade, I took this trade a couple hours ago, and yeah, this is like out of that 95% of the trades I call between 7 o'clock to 9:30. This is the 5% of the trade. I called this one exactly 11 o'clock. Now why did I enter the trade? Same thing, just like exactly what happened. The 3 practical losses I had this week, they all correlated, and I'll explain to you how they all correlated. So this was the third trade I took. First touch on the trend line, second touch on the trend line, gave us this rejection after it got to the trend line, and after this it gave us this another bearish engulfing again. I thought same thing, market should be going down according to my system, and yeah, market hit stop loss before news. This news just took GBP USD to the upside, and I feel like from next week if you start seeing more of market going to the upside too, just like I predicted for the last week. So you can practically just, but before it starts going to the upside, all of this I don't know what you'll call this, but like all of this gap in this candlestick, market will have to come back to like make a good balance, right? Has to come back to make a balance before it officially starts pushing up. So you have to just trade with wisdom. So yeah guys, these are the 5 trades I called for the week, right? This one that is shining directly is making me sweat, but they said this kind of sun is good for the health. I don't know said, so I just made that up right now. So yeah, the 5 trades I called, and like I said, every single trade I call it on my Telegram, like before and after every single trade. And yeah, So let me explain to you guys the three losses I had and exactly what correlated and what I plan on not doing any longer to incur such losses, unnecessary losses. Now, first of all, each loss I followed my rules, so I can't blame that on myself. Like, the real flex when it comes to trading is not being able to stress over a lot. Like, I lose trades and I'm pretty normal. Like, there's no emotions attached when I lose a trade. So let's see. The first trade, what do you notice? Okay, let's say let's minus this first trade because the trend was just starting. But if we have to look at the second trade, right? We can use the first trade loss to understand the mistake I made on the second trade. Now what do you notice? I entered this trade. This is the main trend, right? Where price is bouncing 1 2 3. Now there is another mini trend inside the main trend, so I try to like sell inside the mini trend and it always comes back to loss, come back to the main trend before it starts pushing down again. So I guess that was the mistake. Okay, let's not say that was the mistake I made in the beginning because the market trend was starting, but I would have used that from I would have used the lessons I learned from the first loss to determine the second one. And obviously, since it's still part of the week, like I don't review my trades during the week, I just keep placing it. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So look at the third loss again, still in a mini trend. Like you can clearly see it, a trend inside, okay, a trend under the main trend. So if I had said okay, I'll only be trading on the main trend, probably I would have had that first loss on Tuesday. I'll have the win on Monday, second loss Tuesday, and basically I'd have had 2 wins and 1 loss throughout the week.
Guys, after 2 weeks, that is 14 days, but 10 days of trading because of Saturdays and Sunday. I've placed 10 trades, right? And yeah, I'm currently up almost 2%, very close to being 2% on the account. Now, throughout the course of this whole journey, so I've gotten live funded twice in the past, so it's not like a new thing. But one of the things I've come to learn during this whole period is the fact that a lot of traders, right? As a lot of traders, right? Like 80-85% don't understand this simple trick when it comes to trading, is that they are never contented. You make 1% a month, give glory to the Almighty God. You make 2% a month, still thank God. Do not look at another man's progress and compare that with your own, because that's the beginning of unprofitability. Whatever you're currently making, as long as you see profit at the end of every certain period, always be grateful. What you should think of is how you could get like more capital, which is the prop firm industry that would solve that whole issue. So again, another issue has been solved. So your issue is not capital, it's not a trader's issue, is not capital, because prop firms are here for you already. Is that a lot of traders are really not satisfied with what they earn. So yeah, that's it. In 2 weeks I've been able to make almost 2% of the account, although I was already up like 5% at some certain points. This week I was up like 5%, just left with like 3% to pass phase one. But yeah, those last two losses took them out because I reached like 1.5 per trade to like make 3% every single trade. So that's it, because I know my max drawdown, and okay, it's all. So that's basically it. Go at your pace. As long as you see progress, do not stop, keep going. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Use the first link in the description to join my Telegram community. Aside from just signals that I drop daily, it's also like a place of like-minded traders. If you want to grow, join community of like-minded traders that will help your growth and fasten it ASAP. So very important, if you are looking to purchase a funded next account, and yeah, use this coupon code and you get a 5% discount on any account size you purchase. That's it. So join my Telegram community. Updates like this is what you don't want to miss out on. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace and love, guys.